I don't know, you guys, but I feel like feminism was a lie. Or maybe feminism's just changed somehow along the way. It was sold as this big promise of freedom, peace, happiness. But what I see is that today's women are more stressed, more lonely, and they are definitely more angry and confused than ever. So what is it, guys? Is it like modern feminism is different than what feminism was about? Or was feminism a lie from the start?
Women are statistically less happy than we've ever been, and it's because feminism sold us a lie on what happiness looks like. If you look at a lot of these studies, there is a sharp decline in female satisfaction and life and happiness right around the 1970s, and it's just been getting worse and worse. It's interesting because feminism was supposed to make women happier, right? Going to work was supposed to make us more liberated. Being able to freely sleep around was supposed to bring us like so much fulfillment and peace, but we're finding the opposite to be true. Go around and ask any woman if she's overwhelmed or not. Like 99% of us are. There is so much that we are expected to do and be in this modern age. It used to be that our main priority was our family and our home. To bear children, raise them, love them, nurture them. That was kind of where our focus was supposed to be. A lot of the feminists didn't like that, right? That's degrading. So we gotta actually be like men.
It's so confusing because it's definitely not a woman wants or needs in order to be happy. And I hope that more and more women wake up and realize that it was all a lie.
Anti-woman to me would be the natural processes that happen for a woman, meaning marriage and motherhood, feminism completely rejects, and it actually praises women who try to belittle men. It kind of created this idea that we are actually valuable if we are more like men rather than women. So I don't think it actually celebrates the differences between men and women.
Isn't it so crazy that feminism does the exact opposite of empowering women? It is not giving you freedom.
Exactly.
It is actually silencing you. It has convinced women that sexualization is freedom, that selling their bodies online is freedom, that having multiple partners is freedom. But what this actually does is exploit you and enslave you.
Not only exploit you and enslave you, it doesn't fulfill you. It doesn't nurture you. As a woman, you need more than that. Just being reduced to your body and bodily needs sounds more animalistic than ever. Like your soul is not getting fed anything nice. And at the end of the day, when you are all alone, you're alone with your own soul and you probably don't like it anymore. So you end up depressed and sad and lonely. So how are you fulfilled and happy doing that? It's very contradictory.
Okay, so I just got into my car after going on a date, right? And let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with like men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them? And I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked, and then he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, pre post date expenses. Hello, like what kind of females do you be dating? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I handed it to him and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses.
What
you
are pre
asked
and post
me
date
on a
expenses?
date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses? Are you fucking kidding?
This honestly is a little bit of a crazy ask, especially asking the man to pay for your makeup costs. Of course you want to be presentable on the date, but it doesn't make sense for the man to pay for the makeup. That's probably hundreds of dollars, especially if you're using more expensive makeup.
Not.
And she is not even his.
No, it's not hundreds of dollars. She put it once for one date. She didn't use the whole bottle on her face. Who are we kidding here? Also, you did it for yourself. Don't you remember the saying that women put makeup on for themselves first? He didn't ask for that. You could have went all natural with zero expenses on that date. This is ridiculous. It's a job at this point. This is prostitution with different wording.
Feminism ruined women. I'm so sick of this feminist matriarchy where everything is woke. That has to go. I think we should bring back the patriarchy and bring back sanity.
And also get rid of woke. I completely agree. Get rid of woke in movies, get rid of woke in video games, in any kind of entertainment business that I am using myself. Get rid of woke. We don't need it. Woke is not cool. It is not. It pretends to be cool, but it's not cool.
I think we should bring back the patriarchy and bring back sanity.
Independent financially and all those things, and I kind of pursued my career for a really long time. I pursued my academics for a really long time. I really appreciate all of that. But I think as you get older, you realize how unfulfilling all of those things are. And when you're sold that dream for a really long time, you're so convinced that that can't wait. And you're so convinced that marriage, kids, and becoming all of those things that are more traditional can wait, when really biologically it's the other way around. So for me, I would say it's been a mistake.
It's definitely the other way around. There is a 96-year-old woman who made a career as an influencer on social media, partying around, having fun. She said, I want to party until the day I die. And she's such a hilarious woman, and she just started making money and a career out of her life for the first time ever. Tell me exactly what really can wait and what really cannot wait. How many times did you hear people in their 50s and 60s finally finding their dream jobs, going and learning at a university for the first time ever, getting those degrees? So you are being lied to. It's the other way around.
Feminism has told us for a very long time having babies is slavery. So how about I just get a dog instead so that I can meet my need for nurture without the actual responsibility of having a baby? Because this little thing is a lot easier to look after than a baby. I don't have a problem with people that love their pets. I love my dogs. But I have a problem with people in culture that treat dogs like they're babies, but then think it's okay to murder their own babies in the womb. When our culture esteems veganism and the fact that, well, we shouldn't kill animals for our food, I have a problem when you care more about killing animals for food than the genocide that's going on in our culture right now, and that is the murder of millions and millions of babies. That's my problem with culture today. You treat a dog better than you treat a baby made in the image of God. You care more about animals being used for food than babies made in the image of God. Look at what G.K. Chesterton said. Wherever there is animal worship, there is human sacrifice.
That is so well said. Wherever there is an animal worship, there is a human sacrifice. Through history, so many times godlikes would be portrayed as animals with animal heads, and then they would sacrifice their own humans, their own family for that godlike, for that animal that looks like a god, and then it all makes sense. It's crazy.
We've all seen that TikTok of the women crying because her student loan debt has reached $90,000 with a 17% interest rate. Let's talk about why this is about more than just debt. This isn't just about money, it's about choices. We told an entire generation of young women, don't get married yet, don't have kids, focus on your career first. So what's happened is women have traded their 20s for careers and degrees, thinking that it was empowerment. And now what's happened is women are drowning in debt, in rent, and anxiety, saying that they can't even think about starting a family because they can't afford it. And here's the irony. The homemaker that they laughed at from the 1950s, they had a paid-off house by 30, kids by 25, and way more stability than today's independent boss babe. But hey, at least you got your degree in social justice. Totally worth $90,000 with a 17% interest rate,
and
right?
no job.
Feminism sold freedom, and what you actually got was debt and delayed families. Oh, and depression. Everybody has depression now. Follow for more coffee and controversy, because the truth hits different with your morning brew.
I think I have seen that before, but it's a great reminder about how everything is actually a lie, and to even go through that depth and that degree where you don't even have a job from, and you end up still asking your parents for help. But hey, we are not gonna just blame feminism and women, all right? We are gonna blame society and the way the hierarchy is working today, and how we have a blind eye on it, and how we are blind and don't see what is truly going on. It goes even beyond feminism, you guys. Feminism is actually the act of making women submissive because they want more workload. Not only men, but women as well in the workload, so they can make more money. Who are they we're talking about? Now, those are the real questions.
Feminism has taken away from the women that want to be at home. Because now, a woman who says, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom, there's embarrassment.
Yeah.
They almost don't want to say it. They make up things. I run an Amazon store. Like, you live at home.
Right.
You know, you're always home. It's not a bad thing. Raising a child is a lot of work. I personally think feminism is destroying femininity.
How people still not realize that feminism is a sham? It's a scam. I'm telling you, it is a robbery. It's robbery of womanhood. Because my thing is like, everything they push for is opposite of what actually truly makes women happy and fulfilled. And I'm just like, how are people not seeing that? It's sad because people don't realize it until later on in their 40s, 50s, when they're single, they have no children, no family, and they were taught and pushed that in their 20s they should be going out, they should be meeting as many partners as they can, experiencing life, enjoying and doing all of that. But then it's like, it becomes harder to have children. It becomes harder to settle down and get married. I'm not saying that it's impossible and no one can't, but it's true. Like in your 20s, it's easier to meet somebody and to start settling down and getting married. Like as you get older, those things get harder. But it's like we're pushed to pursue career and selfish desires in our 20s. And then as we get older and mature, it's like that's when we should start thinking about that.
Y'all might not believe me when I say this, but be mean to that man. Be mean to that man. And also, don't ever be too available. Once you give up the chase, because men are literally like dogs. It's always a chase with them. Once the chase is over, you gonna see. He gonna show you a magic trick.
That is so terrible. It's such a terrible thing to say. I understand having this pursuit and chase at the start of any kind of relationship, but it should go both ways, in a different kind, but both ways. You saying that you should not give anything in return is not all right. It's not fair, it's not all right. And saying that men are animals and they only care about the chase and the game is also not all right. We are dehumanizing men, and women like you will always choose the bear. So no, that's not all right.
I'm sorry, but you can't say you want a good man and then speak about men like they're the problem. Because something shifted some time ago, and it's not in a good way. There was a time where feminism actually stood for equality, fairness, respect, opportunity, and it was needed. But now I'm seeing a lot of messaging that sounds more like resentment and trying to diminish men. They're talking about men are useless, use them, all men are the same, we don't need them. I've even had girls in my comments say that it's cute that I see men as human because apparently they aren't.
Yeah, those are the women who would choose a bear. And I honestly wish you can put them with bears somewhere and see the life they have chosen. Like, what are the consequences? Make a reality TV show, please.
Yeah, in the same breath, I hear women say they want to get married. With who? These animals? What is wrong with us? You cannot build something real with someone you don't respect. That's not empowerment. That's just creating a bigger divide. We need each other. And if we keep pushing this constant tension and unrealistic expectations on each other, all we're doing is making dating worse for everyone involved and creating more broken homes.
The truth is, to live a virtuous life of abundance as a woman, you must... The truth is, to live a virtuous life of abundance as a woman, you must reject the lies of this culture. Feminism is the biggest lie we have ever been sold as women. Now you may say, well, Savannah, I reject modern feminism, but I agree with the principles of feminism. And I would challenge you on that. Because while the textbook definition of feminism is about equality between the sexes and women having agency over their own lives, what feminism actually is a movement funded by the wealthiest evil people with the goal to destroy marriage and family. It is designed to make you hate the very things God made you unique about you as a woman.
Want to compete with a man till it's time to be one. Y'all want to be equal to a man till life actually start treating you like one. Bills due, suddenly you won't help. But you strong and independent though. Till that car break down, until the rent go up, and or until the world get heavy. And a man ain't easy or just freedom. It's pressure. And believe me, y'all don't want that.
Yeah, it's very interesting how the majority of the women who are complaining about men, who hate men, and who say that they don't need men are the women who live in first world countries. These are the same women who use the electricity that men have built. They are the same women who are using anything around them that is built by men. But they still will deny it. They will still say that they don't need a man until they do need a man. And then you see how the roles shift. But I genuinely wish at that moment when they truly need a man and they have been cheating on a man for the longest time ever, that they don't get a man back. They don't get the help of a man or any of the services. That's karma, and I would have a smile on my face seeing them struggle and finally admitting that they do truly need a man.
This is a pretty crazy fact. I asked ChatGPT why women file divorce at such a higher rate than men, and it said unmet emotional needs, unequal household and emotional labor, more financial independence, and women tend to have higher expectations in a relationship.
And also, of course, women are the ones who are going to go for divorce because they know that the law and court is going to be on their side. They are going to be the one who are going to get the majority of the money, alimony, or any kind of spousal support, parental support. So it's easier for them to get a divorce if they think about it. Oh, if I want to screw a man, I'm going to just get a divorce. So yeah, a man will actually ask of a divorce only and only when he knows that there is nothing to be done in that relationship anymore. A woman will give up exactly at the first obstacle. We made it so easy for women to give up before even trying.
I've been divorced for 3 years, and in that 3 years, I have spent most of my days figuring out how I can become physically, mentally, financially, spiritually healthy enough to be able to afford and take care of a child. And it just kills me. It kills me that I had embryos with my ex-husband that were viable. It's not just that it's gone, it's the fact that it was decided for me.
Oh, interesting. So you decided the divorce without thinking about any of the consequences, and then these embryos from this guy also that like he doesn't want to have children anymore with you since you divorced him has been decided for you. Oh, interesting. It's like it's not only your choice. Sweetie, consequences exist and the actions you have made have those consequences.
So I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore.
Not to an older woman.
Can't we just get a prenup and be married? What is the real reason men don't want to get married anymore? Is it money?
Yes.
Is it they've already had half of their stuff taken from a divorce, so they're bitter?
Yes.
I'm really
only bitter. That is such an oh wow, you're bitter, your money is gone and half of your shit as well. Oh, you're just bitter. Okay, interesting. How about like his life is broken completely and he is struggling to just survive? It's like they're sitting on a high horse. They got all the best out of a divorce or separation, and now they are ready for another fun trip. What do you expect with that age? With the baggages that you bring, of course you're gonna just end up with another person who is maybe divorced or with other baggages as well. But these other people who have that already know better. They already see the red flags coming from far away.
You can be single and free and travel and hang out with your girls and live this amazing life. But the reality is, women have an expiration date in terms of having a family. Men don't. You guys could be 70 and birth a new family if you wanted to. Don't know why you would, but if you did, you could do that. But as women, we have a limited time frame of, I think it's like 28 or 30. So we only have this window. And when it passes, that's it.
That's true. If you want to have a family, you cannot think about it like it's gonna happen when you are 70, that you can wait. No, you cannot truly wait. So don't take too long to choose. I am not telling you to settle down, but I am telling you to lower your standards and figure out what truly matters in a man for him to be a viable choice as a husband and as a father to your future children. Women are actually focusing on the wrong thing. Besides feminism telling them to focus on their career, they are also focusing on the wrong type of man. I want a man who I can have fun with, who's a really fun time, who can like treat me like a princess, this and that, with the money and whatnot. But at the end of the day, does that really matter? Because once you get all of that money, once you all get all the materialistic thing and you start actually raising a family, having children with that man, that's the time when you realize, oh, he is not a good husband. He is not a good father. Yes, we do have these materialistic things, but the essence of family does not exist within that household. So even if you are in your early 20s, you need to look for a man who is a good man, who you will appreciate to have when the hardship comes, and it will come. it will definitely come. But that is it, guys. This is my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me or not. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and also remember to stay fun. See you guys. Bye.